From November 11 to 22nd, COP29 was conducted at Baku, Azerbaijan. Main objective was to understand about the 17 SDG goals and what is the status of them. Today, I am going to talk about all the 17 SDG goals and what is its linkage with the circular economy. By the time this video will end, you will understand what exactly is the meaning of SDG goals, what is the meaning of circular economy, how they are interrelated with each other, what are the challenges that we are facing, and how we can go ahead with it. Now, when we talk about circular economy, first of all, it's important to understand what's the meaning of linear economy. When we talk about linear economy, primarily the concept is that we need to extract, we need to manufacture, we use it, and then we destroy it. But we all have resources which have limited shelf life. So we need to see that how we can use our resources as much as possible. So that's why the concept of circular economy comes, where the intent is that how we can use the resources as much as possible, how we can recycle it, how we can use it in such a way that we can use it to the limited quantity so that it can have a longer life. Say, for example, the fossil fuel. Wherein when we talk about the SDG goals, Sustainable Development Goals, so there are 17 Sustainable Development Goals which were identified by UN with the help of all the countries in 2015. And there was a target that by 2030, there are certain targets that we need to meet. There are total 169 targets which have been set to meet these 17 SDG goals. And to monitor that how these targets are there, there are 231 indicators which are talking about different aspects with respect to all the SDG goals to monitor their performance with respect to the different countries. So let's talk about the main interlinkage between the SDG goals and the circular economy. So I'll be picking a few samples with respect to the SDG goals. The first SDG goal I'm going to talk about is with respect to good health and well-being. This is SDG number 3. Now this is talking about the number of death or the illness that are happening. Now the indicator is with respect to that the percentage of people who are dying because of all those things in comparison to total death. When we talk with respect to the circular economy, the intent is that what we are doing with respect to that, what kind of recycling we are doing of the existing material, how we are making sure that the hazardous waste is not going to the water, because when it is going to the water, then we are consuming it and it is polluting. Then the next SDG goal, which is again with respect to the same thing, is about SDG number 7. It is talking about affordable and clean energy. Now, here the main indicator, the main target is with respect to the use of renewable energy. When we talk about the target, it is talking primarily with respect to that how much is the percentage of renewable energy we are using in comparison to the other kind of ways in which we are using energy. When we talk in context of circular economy, here the main intent is that how much is the percentage of refurbishing, remanufacturing we are using so that we can make sure that whatever energy that we are consuming it is less. We talk remanufacturing or refurbishing. So when we talk about remanufacturing, primarily it's talking that, say for example, there is an engine. So how we can open it, repair it, change all the parts, and then make it use maybe in the vehicle, maybe in engine, tractor, anything. And when we talk about refurbishing, say for example, let's take a case of mobile phone or maybe a laptop, maybe there is a crack there and because of that somebody has rejected that. So maybe we can do the repair and then it can be used somewhere. So the next SDG goal is SDG number 8, which is talking about decent work and economic growth. So here the intent is that what we are doing to make sure that the people who are living in different parts of the world, they are having suitable requirements or suitable environment in which they can live. Indicators are with respect to the use of fossil fuel, metal ores, timber and other things. When we talk in context with respect to the circular economy, here the intent is that how we are making sure that the solar energy is used more in comparison to the fossil fuel, which is giving some energy, and similarly what are the other aspects we are doing with respect to that. Then the next SDG goal here is talking with respect to SDG number 11, which is talking about sustainable cities and the communities. Now, when we talk about cities, especially the big cities, say for example Delhi, the main thing is talking with respect to the pollution, the air, and all those things. So the indicators as per the SDG goal is talking with respect to the proportion of urban solid waste which are regularly collected. Now, in context of circular economy, that the data is with respect to the recycled paper, glass, plastic, food waste, per city, and how much is the recycled e-waste. Now we all know that e-waste is the biggest output that is coming from each home and each maybe organization and country. So how much is the contribution and what we are doing that we can recycle it as much as. Then the next SDG goal, which is interrelated with circular economy, is SDG number 13, which is talking about climate change. Now, climate change is a topic which we all are aware of. Now, each country has got a target and indicator. There is no specific thing which is given overall. But when we talk in context of circular economy, primarily it is talking about how we can reduce the greenhouse gases emissions by using refurbishing, remanufacturing, and recycling. What we are doing with respect to the solar energy equipment, biofuel, and biogas. Then another important indicator, number 14, is talking about life below water. Now, here we are talking about aquatic animal. And when we are talking about aquatic animal, we are talking about the amount of scrap, rejections, plastic, chemical which are going into the sea. So, in context of recycling, in context of using a thing again and again, when we talk with respect to the circular economy, the main intent is that how much we are reducing the plastic packaging, what we are doing with respect to the waste pollution so that it should not go inside. And another and the last SDG goal, SDG number 15, is talking about life on land, the mother earth. So here the intent with respect to the target and indicator is about the forests which are there for animals, the variety of life on earth like animals, plants, insects. And even though there is no specific SDG indicator with respect to that, but when we talk about the circular economy or circularity, it's talking about the chemical pesticides that we are using, how we can reuse the wood as much as possible so that we can reduce the deforestation. Now, when we talk about SDG goals, when we talk about circular economy or circularity, there are a lot of challenges which country or maybe organizations. First is that there are no immediate incentives which are there. And many times it is happening this collaboration issue which is there. The different countries who have got different aspect because the developed nation have a different perspective about it. Was in many cases they need to spend a lot of money, and in case of developing nation they don't have enough resources of money to spend that much of money with this. But still, all these 17 SDG goals are important in case we want sustainable growth. Because when we talk about sustainable growth, it's primarily based on three things: environment, society, and with respect to what we are doing with respect to the society. So all the three facts are very, very. Well, my next video will again be with respect to sustainability and the circular economy. Regularly, I'm getting a lot of feedback from your side. They're helping me to understand you. So please do continue. In case you want to understand a little bit more about this particular video, you can find a link below. If you click that, you'll find a blog there. There you'll find more information about this. And in case you're liking these kind of blogs and videos, you can always share with your friends and colleagues. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and my website, bhavyamangla.com.